Hello, everyone. Welcome to video 2.5. We're actually going to make this video 2.5a because we're going to do an introduction to this new topic of three-dimensional figures now, and then we will loop back to it and do part B of this video when we get into module 11 later on, probably semester 2. We're going to begin our notes for video 2.5a on page number 107. Part A's video is going to deal with this first learning goal. Part B's video will be the second. So we're just going to be doing an introduction to identifying the orthographic drawings that best model selected three-dimensional figures. We're going to save the actual surface area and volume calculations till later. Definition you need to know in this section for learning goal A is that a polyhedron is a closed three-dimensional figure that is made up of flat polygonal or polygonal regions. A face of a polyhedron is a flat surface on the polyhedron. An edge of a polyhedron is a line segment where those faces intersect. And a vertex of a polyhedron is the intersection of the edges of the polyhedron. The bases of a prism or a cylinder are going to be the two parallel congruent faces of the solid, and that means parallel in three-dimensional space. The base of a pyramid or a cone is going to be the face of the solid that is opposite the vertex of the solid. And sometimes that point is called an apex as well, so keep that in mind. There are some visual examples on page 107 of the types of solids. First off, we have a prism. This prism is, as you can see, a polyhedron that has two parallel congruent bases. This right here being one base, and then parallel above it in space, that other base. And those are going to be connected by other faces that are themselves parallelograms. Very often, the type of parallelogram that is connecting them is a rectangle. A pyramid is a polyhedron that has a polygonal base and three or more triangular faces that are going to meet at a common vertex, that point where all of those faces that are triangular come together. If it is a regular pyramid, then that means the base is a regular polygon. And recall from a previous lesson that a regular polygon, for instance, this square here, is regular because all four of its angles and all four of its side lengths are congruent. The next group of solids that we have are cylinders and cones. And a cylinder is going to be a solid figure that has two congruent and parallel circular bases that are connected by this curved surface, often thought of kind of as a soup can and label situation. A cone is a solid figure that has a circular base and that is connected by a curved surface to a single vertex. The final type of solid we're going to study is called a sphere, and a sphere is a set of all the points in space that are equidistant from a given point called the center of the sphere. So all of the points that are a given distance from that center in three-dimensional space. A sphere has no faces, edges, or vertices. Polyhedra or polyhedrons are named by the shapes of their bases. So we have 6 different solids that are listed here at the bottom of page 507. And we can see left to right, we have a base that is a triangle and other surfaces that are parallelograms. So this is a prism and it's a triangular prism. Here we have a rectangular prism. Here we have a pentagonal prism. And here we have a triangular based pyramid, a rectangular based pyramid, and a pentagonal pyramid. Just like a regular polygon has all angles and sides that are congruent to each other, a polyhedron is considered a regular polyhedron if all of its faces are regular polygons themselves, and all of the edges are congruent. There are only 5 types of regular polyhedra, and we call those Platonic solids because the mathematician Plato was the one who used them and identified them first. Our first type of Platonic solid is a tetrahedron, and that is a solid that has 4 equilateral triangular faces. Of course, we've known a cube for a while, but it has a name of hexahedron, hexa connecting to the 6 square faces that it has. Then we have an octahedron, which is 8 equilateral triangular faces, kind of like 2 square pyramids joined together, as you can see. The next type of Platonic solid is called a dodecahedron. The dodeca being the Latin prefix that connects to the number 12. So we have 12 regular pentagonal faces. So dodecahedron has this pentagon on every surface. And then the last type of Platonic solid is called an icosahedron. And as you can see, that has 20 faces, each of which are equilateral triangles. So those are our Platonic solids. In example 1 on page 108, we're asked to identify the solid as a polyhedron, and if it is, we give the name of the base, the faces, the edges, and the vertices. And we should also be aware that sometimes it is a polyhedron and sometimes it's not. So go back to that definition and make sure you know which is which. Filling in the blanks for example 1, for this first solid, we can identify that the solid is formed by polygonal faces, flat surfaces. So it is a polyhedron of some kind. It is not there is not just a singular base, so we don't have a pyramid, but the solid has 8 equilateral triangular faces. So this is one of our Platonic solids. This is the octahedron. As we already said, there are no bases to this, not a pyramid, but we can identify the faces, and we can do this in a pretty consistent manner, always starting at the vertex at the top of Q and going around the 8 sides. So Q, R, U has a triangular face, Q, R, S has a triangular face, Q, S, T, and Q, T, U. Those are the 4 faces on the top side of our octahedron. If we start at the bottom vertex, we can say R, S, V. We can say S, T, V, or again, any of those vertex points in a different order, V, T, S, if you will. Then going around the surface, continuing V, T, U, or T, U, V, as it says in our third choice there. And then the final surface, V, R, U, or RUV. Make sure that you have written down those 8 different triangular names for faces. The edges are going to be all of the places where our faces come together. So again, we can do this in a consistent and an organized manner, starting at our point Q, our vertex Q at the top, and going down each edge. QR, QS, QT, QU. Then we can also walk around the shape as well. So RS, ST, TU, and RU. And then our edges going to the bottom vertex. So SV, TV, UV, and RV. And remember, just like with our faces, which are triangle names, these edges can all have the segment letters reversed if you wish. And then finally, the vertices where those edges come together is anywhere that's a point in three-dimensional space that you see. So Q, R, S, T, U, and V, 6 vertices. The second solid we were asked to identify in example 1 is not a polyhedron. We don't see any polygonal surfaces. So this solid has a curved surface, so it is not a polyhedron, but it has two congruent and parallel circular bases. By the fact that it has two of those, we know that it is a cylinder. In example 2, and we're on page 109 here, we're going to take these new concepts of three-dimensional solids and think about what kind of solid can model a three-dimensional figure in real life. So if we identify this three-dimensional figure modeled by this thermos or beverage container, we're going to state whether the model is a polyhedron. So as we look at the surface, of course, it has this rounded surface rather than a flat surface. And so we can see that the model for this is going to be a cylinder. Again, as before with our geometric example, but here's a kind of a model here. Because the model has a curved surface, we are not able to call it a polyhedron. And so those are your fill-ins for this one. The next example we'd like to just check out your understanding of these solid shapes with is the example of the camping lodge photo that you see here. And so we're asked to identify the three-dimensional figure that can model the top of the camping lodge. State whether that model is a polyhedron or not. Take a quick pause on the video and see what you can come up with here. Okay, everyone, this is the part of the video where you really want to check back on the answers to those checks that were assigned to you as you were watching. So checking our check for page 109, we were asked to identify the three-dimensional figure that can model the top of the camping lodge. So if I draw on here, that front surface is clearly a triangle. But the top of the lodge space is going to be including this roof as well. And that is a quadrilateral or parallelogram surface. So we know we have a type of polyhedron, which is a prism, and that would be a triangular prism. We'll see you in the practice.